everybody? I hope you guys are doing well today. If you have not seen me before, my name is Sydney and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm really excited because I have my laptop here and I'm doing a Q&A today, but I'm doing a very special kind of Q&A. I thought it would be really interesting if I were to do like a post-college grad Q&A, answering some basic questions, talking a little bit about my college experience and some things that are Liberty specific about college in general. So I thought it'd be really fun to do this because, I don't know, I just thought it would be fascinating. So a lot of people have been asking me how I've been doing post-college, and I'm actually okay. I'm not as sad as I thought I would be. I'm just like in a good headspace. Like, I'm actually not as sad as I thought I would be because I don't miss schoolwork. I don't miss being in class. I'm actually doing okay. I'm really enjoying the post-grad life. So I do not want to hold up this video any longer. So before we get into this video, please make sure that you give this video a like. Also, please make sure that you subscribe here to my YouTube channel, Sydney D. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So if you do not know, I am a graduate from Liberty University. I literally just graduated Liberty last month. I got a degree in business administration with focuses in marketing and communications, and I really ultimately want to do like social media stuff and marketing stuff as an ultimate career goal. Don't know like a specific career title, but ultimately I love doing that, a lot of it for fun, and I ultimately want to do it for a living, so I enjoy that a lot. That's all I'm gonna continue talking about, so I'm gonna actually get into the questions now. So the first question says, what is your current position and do you feel that your school prepared you for this position? So I don't have like any full-time positions right now, but I'm actually working at my church right now where I'm doing social media and marketing, which is so much fun, and I literally just started doing it. I feel that Liberty has really equipped me to really work and just kind of have the mindset to work in any kind of workplace, whether it is something that has a biblical foundation or whether it is a more kind of secular environment. So it's not like a bad thing if it is a secular environment. It's just that Liberty really has prepared me for both of those kind of really environments and just really any kind of career. So it's really prepared me for that kind of atmosphere and just really ultimately doing something like that, because it's just been able to help me a lot and just know what kind of environments can be happening in the workplace, even if I didn't work at my church. Professionally, I feel like it's prepared me as well because it's helped me learn really a lot about business, and I've been able to really learn a lot about marketing, and I think marketing is such an important aspect, and I feel like I've learned a lot only through the classroom because marketing is really something that you need to do throughout having hands-on experience doing internships and jobs and actually getting in the workforce and knowing what to do. So through Liberty, I do believe that I have been prepared for it through my class, through internships that I've had, and I definitely feel that I've been set really for situations that I may face and any kind of work that I'm going to do. I also have 2 internships this summer that are also marketing and video related and social media related, so that's been really fun. So I would say the same applies there for what I said before. What are you most proud of from your school experience? I would just say, like, altogether, like, I'm really proud to say that I did go to a school like Liberty because it's something that I have been wanting to go to since my junior year of high school. Like, I've known so much about Liberty. I've always heard so many good things, and I think that's ultimately what I'm proud of, the fact that I've been able to accomplish something that I've dreamed of for a really long time, and I have been able to learn really something that really I felt like I would never be able to get from another college. I've been able to study a major. Like, I wanted to study business ever since the middle of high school, and I was able to do that from my dream university, like a major that I've always wanted to study from a school I've always wanted to go to. So I feel like that alone is something that I'm really proud of because it's something maybe like 5-6 years ago, I never would have thought I would have been able to do. So it makes me like really happy to know that I've been able to do that. What is something at Liberty you absolutely loved being a part of? So I've talked about this before. So my junior year in the spring semester, I was a tour guide, and you can check out the video that I made, but that was one of the most fun things I've ever done. It was exhausting, but it was one of the most fun things I've ever done because I absolutely loved giving tours, because I took a tour before I came to Liberty, and just to give people that same experience, it felt so rewarding because I was able to share with other people something that I love myself. And it was so fun because you got to work like huge events and talk about some of your favorite things on campus, and it was absolutely so much fun. I highly recommend it as a job. They're always looking for people, so it's literally such a fun position to take part in. I only actually did it for one semester because I've talked about this before, because then I got offered another job doing social media and marketing at the Career Services Center. So at Liberty, you can't have more than one position at the same time. So unfortunately, I did have to step down from that position because the position I had at the Career Center gave me so much in-person experience that I knew that I really needed to gain. So it was sad leaving my tour guide position, but that was one of the most fun experiences that I've ever had. Was your school experience worth the price? Absolutely, because Liberty, let me tell you, especially going to Liberty during the middle of the pandemic, I definitely believe that Liberty was incredible, accommodating with everything. I felt like Liberty was able to give students such a quality experience, and they still did everything that they could, even when everything was crazy in 2020. I believe that Liberty was able to just give students a wonderful experience, and I still had a great time, and I felt like I still got a very decent college experience amidst things that were going on in the world. So I definitely think it was worth the price because Liberty always made sure to give a top-notch experience. So did I know what I wanted to study or focus on academically? Yes, I did. I knew that in the middle of high school, which I wasn't 100% positive actually, but I didn't decide what I wanted to major in until right before I started college. And before I went to Liberty, I went to a community college close to home, and that was a wonderful experience as well. And I knew what I wanted to do before I started doing that. So that really helped. But towards the end of high school, I was going back and forth between a bunch of different majors. So I didn't really know what I wanted to do until right before I started community college, but I was able to narrow some things down and then pick business. What kind of flexibility did you find in the academic options at school? I feel like there was a lot of flexibility in terms of courses, like physical courses, like actual courses that were offered. I would say the times they were offered were not very flexible, my opinion, from my experience. I have had many times that I've had classes that were only offered in one section, and then I had to schedule everything else around that one class. Like I probably had a situation like that every single semester. So I would say there wasn't a lot of flexibility in terms of time for certain courses, and that was just like getting within like my major and other specialized courses, but some kind of general courses can be like that as well. But there are times when there are a lot of options. So keep that in mind, that there may not be more than one option for certain classes. How much interaction did you have with other students? So I would say that I had a lot of interaction with other students, and that was really just because of, I would say, at least where I lived my first year of going to Liberty, and even when I went to community college, I did have a lot of interactions with other students, but that was because I got involved. When you get involved, it's so much easier to go and meet people and make friends and go and do things. It's a lot easier that way. So I would just say that it also depends on where you live, but I would say that I had a lot of experience meeting people as well. Like I would just talk to people in my class, talk to people in my hall, talk to people that I live with, talk to people that I meet through work, through clubs, through situations, people I meet in the hall. Like I would just say that like I had a lot of time to just interact with people because I just made a point to talk to people and get to know people. Now, did I hang out with a lot of the people that I interacted with? Not really, but I would just make sure that I was just being really intentional with like any kind of conversation that I was having with whatever setting that it was happening in. So what classes do you recommend taking and why? I feel like this could be a difficult question to answer if we're talking about like just college. I would just say like in general, I would say definitely take like a fun elective. That way it balances out your schedule and making sure that you're balancing your schedule out. Like you're taking certain electives when you need to take them, and don't do like all of your major classes at once and all your electives another semester. I would say the best recommendation would be to give it an equal balance, because that would probably be the easiest. What did you think of the dorms and the campus? I actually really enjoyed both places that I lived in. I only lived in 2 places during my time at Liberty, and I did enjoy them during the times that I was there. However, what I will say is that I do wish that like there was a 3rd place that I tried living. I don't know where, but I kind of wish, I don't know when, I kind of wish there was a semester maybe that would have like switched it up and maybe tried somewhere else. So the first place during my time at Liberty, I lived in Commons, which I highly recommend. Commons is the most expensive place on campus, but I highly recommend it because it literally is worth the money, because you get so many wonderful amenities that just make your living environment so comfortable. So I really did like Commons. And then I also lived on East Campus. So I lived on East Campus, and I really liked that during my time that I was there, because I felt like I was really able to be in a mature environment. And I just felt like I was able to have my own privacy while I lived on East. So they are very different. So where I lived, I enjoyed it. And I know that I have friends that have different opinions of like where to live, especially when to live. And I know people who have started on East and didn't like it. I know people who lived on East all 4 years and loved it. It's just not for everybody. Even Commons may not be for everybody too, and those are for different reasons. But from my experience, I enjoyed where I lived, but I do wish I would have tried a 3rd place just to kind of like meet some different people and just kind of change it up. I like this question because it says what sort of career services were available. So I just talked about this earlier, and I literally worked at the Career Services Center my whole last year, and the Career Center is amazing. What they have to offer in terms of opportunities and just the resources that they have for students are absolutely incredible. So there are so many career coaches that can help you with your resume, can help you with a cover letter, can help you find a job, find an internship. And there's literally a place for this. And even if you necessarily don't even need help with that, there are internships available as well. So if you are into social media and marketing and communications, there are so many opportunities at the Career Center where you can enhance your experience by doing that. So there are a lot of wonderful career services that are available to help students, and I highly recommend it, not just because I worked there, but there's so many opportunities for students to connect with professional employers and just have opportunities to meet people. And there's also a bunch of career fairs every semester for different majors, and there's also an all majors one as well. Based on what you know now, would you pick the same career path? Yeah, absolutely. Seeing like what I do now, it's just one of those things where it kind of makes sense. And if you're in high school now, or you're just starting college, when you take classes in something, you'll know that it's the right major for you. And I can't describe it, but you'll know. It'll just feel right. Like you will know that it's the right major for you. And like I said, I decided that I was going to major in business and communications 2 weeks before starting community college, and I haven't changed since. I did add marketing, but again, I feel like they kind of all go together, but I wouldn't change what I picked. What advice do you have for students as they look for future careers or future programs that they apply to? So definitely utilize the Career Services Center, and if you don't have time to go make a visit, definitely take use of sites like LinkedIn. There's also a site called Handshake, which can help students out as well. There's also Indeed. There are so many different sites to be able to use, and you still can use the Career Services Center. If you email them your resume and your cover letter, they will critique it for you. Actually, I'm not 100% sure about the cover letter, but I know that they will critique your resume and they'll help you with so many different opportunities that can really help you find a career. What do you know now that you wish you knew during your time at school? I wish I would have known truly how important it was to get involved in things that pertain to your major. I don't think people talk about this a lot, but when you're applying for jobs, they want experience. Yeah, like they will love your GPA, but they want to see what you've done and they want to see your hands-on experience of different opportunities that you've had. So I kind of wish I would have known that from the start, was just being involved in an abundance of activities that really would have had a lot to do with my major, because I think that would have made the job search process a little bit easier, and I don't think that was something that I was told immediately, so that's absolutely something to keep in mind, and I'm blessed to have so many different opportunities that have a lot to do with my major. What do you miss most about college and why? I've basically explained this to a bunch of different people, that I miss liberty, but I don't miss college. And even though I miss liberty, I don't miss liberty as much as I thought, because I am incredibly grateful that I am done with schoolwork. I'm done with courses. I'm just done with being stressed over schoolwork, because it caused me so much stress and I don't have that anymore. And honestly, it feels great. It feels great to know that I can like come home and relax and rest and not have schoolwork to do. So what do I miss about college? I just miss the opportunities of being around so many people around my age at all times. And that's something that I really miss, and that I wish I could be connected with more people my age. What is the biggest piece of advice that you would give to somebody who is just about to start college? Well, ultimately, I would say be open to anything and be open to any experiences that you may have, any people that you may meet where you're going to live, whether it's in your class or where you're going to live, and just be open to anything and be open to trying things that are new, because you'll never know what experiences that you are going to have and the people that you can meet and the opportunities that you can have and just the ways that you can meet people and the fun that you can have through that. So guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have not yet, please make sure that you give this video a like, and please make sure that you subscribe here to my YouTube channel, Sydney D. I absolutely love making videos, and I want to make sure that I'm making videos that you guys enjoy. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys want to see from me in the future. So again, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!